Hey, I'm Jay Thomas. Welcome to this week's edition of Hot Rod Hangout, where we're looking at what's new at Rod's Hot Rods in Faithful Avenue. And we got a whole bunch of cars to look at today, which is cool. If I cough or sputter or snort, I'm just getting past a cold. So Rod will be fine here, but you know, just getting, yeah, he's gonna start moving away from me. Just getting past it, so.
You have to have a couple of whiskeys tonight just to
finish it off, right? Yeah, exactly. Kind of dark already. I don't know what's going on, you know.
That's still good. We got another week or two of like talking about some nice weather for the weekend again.
Yeah. Actually, like there's like plus temperatures on the horizon again. So, if you're in the southern part of the province, whew, they got hit hard with some snow like yesterday.
Oh man, we're not down there.
I know, man. Just nothing but posts on Facebook of trucks in the ditch and all kinds of stuff. So, we'll stay nice and dry here. That's good.
Yep, for now.
We got 4 vehicles to look at today. Some stuff that's kind of come back and some updates on things and some cool new stuff. So we're gonna go through a walk through the
We actually
showroom.
have more new stuff to show you, but we got some rain and some crappy weather. So I don't know. I didn't want to take it out of the other shop to bring it over. They're all nice and clean.
Unfortunately, there's a bit of gravel between.
Just a little bit, but enough to make it's just too much.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we're going to save all that though for you when we get our look at the shop, because it's all going to be finished pretty soon, right?
Should be hopefully by next week. The painters are in there on the weekend, so
Awesome.
be close.
Really cool new renovation, whole bunch of stuff added on, and a bunch of vehicles to check out there too. So we're going to go through here right now and see what we're going to be looking at.
Sounds good.
Lead the way. You know what happens is they move stuff around here, and then I go, hey, where did we get that from? And I don't even remember the cars.
Like 3 times today. I'm like, well, we did that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, like I looked at that. I was like, when did we do that? That's because it was back here before, and I forgot about it. So stuff moves around, and then all of a sudden it's like you get a new look at things. Where are we going first, Rod?
Well, then you asked about this one.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I was like, what? Where did this come from? Well, it was in the front showroom, but it had the top up the whole time.
Yeah, now we took the top down.
Well,
It's
yeah,
a different car.
the guys brought it back, and look at that.
Actually, I think I like it better with the top down.
It's
Let's
cool
go both
either
ways,
way.
but-
Yeah.
And you also asked about this orange truck too.
Yeah. I was like, did
But
we
it
do
was
this
on the
one?
other side.
Yeah, it was over there, and I just, you know, it was tucked up against the wall. I didn't get a really solid good look at it, so, you know, here it is. Awesome. Hey, we did a little update over here.
We're gonna start on this one. We've already shown this one. That's a 56 Nomad. And I've kind of taken this one under my own wing, and I'm gonna do some custom touches on it. We just got the wheels and tires on. They're a 20-inch all the way around, a 10-inch on the back, 8.5 on the front, so nice staggered 305 tire on the back.
Yeah, it looks really
And
good.
it fits. So it was pretty careful measurements, I guess.
We've got a few more things we're gonna do to this though, right?
Yeah, we're going to, there's some purple accents in the interior that's going to be coming out.
Yep.
And change it all to black. We've got I did it, I believe it's an I did it, whatever, a tilt chrome steering column going in.
Gonna
with the
update
new
that
steering wheel.
new wheel. That wheel is a little bit,
There'll be a new wheel going in.
a little bit not in today's standards.
Then that chrome, you see where all the chrome trim along the whole dash?
Okay, I'm gonna come back in.
It goes
here.
around, like there's 2 edges on the middle piece.
Yep.
So we're going to take that old stereo out, and then there's going to be a nice solid piece of chrome that goes all the way around.
Oh,
then we're going
nice.
to do a hidden stereo.
Nice,
That'll
perfect.
update that.
Yep.
And then I'm going to start polishing and detailing, and we're going to lower it. We're going to do some lowered leafs on the back, I think, and maybe some QA ones in the front. Get it down a few inches. That's how I like them. And
It's gonna look great. It sits up a little bit high now that the big wheels are on here.
Oh,
It doesn't
it'll sit
really
cool
look
when
at
I'm
it,
done.
but it's gonna look really good when it's done.
So if we have this car still in the spring, this might be our Dragon Special
Ooh.
car that we have in there.
Well, it's that kind of car.
It is that kind of car.
It's a Nomad, right? So
I can mark it off my postcard bucket list. Okay, should we go to the other side?
yeah, let's go over there.
All right.
Let's take a little walk through here.
We've had a lot of interest in that black supercharged 2014 GMC the last few days. I noticed Darby taking a couple of videos today, had it running more than once.
Cool.
That one may not last too long.
Nope.
That's a cool truck.
That's a really cool truck, and it's in amazing condition too. The shape of the paint is just something else.
We're getting a quote on doing the bumpers black, so that'll make a difference too.
Right on. See, look, this moved, and look, now we get the look at this big,
like a
awesome
different
back
car
end.
today.
I know, it totally does. It totally does. Hey, speaking of looking at a car that looks like a different car, that's what we got right here.
Well, we had this quite a while ago, like in the spring, I think, 74 Duster, 340 4-speed.
Yep.
it's a nice driver. It's just a honest, nice driver. It's got all the original panels on it. Like there's no metal work been done.
Nope, that's right.
It's got the rare, I don't know what you call it, fold down seat, kind of like from the Hang 10s. You know?
We'll go back in here. That's right. Yeah, it's sort of like.
You see better from the back window, but it's
It's not a sedan. It's like it's a sedan, but it's got access to the trunk.
It's almost like a hatch, but it's not. And
I don't know. Dodge must have had a name for that because most of them obviously had a full back seat that went a little bit further back. This is almost kind of like a little jump seat.
I think the Hang 10s, if I'm not mistaken, the Hang 10s had that same setup.
Okay. Yep.
But we got the hood on now. Remember, it had that just the all blacked out hood. I think it was fiberglass too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it wasn't, but this is the right hood for the car.
Yeah. I mean, it matches the paint and everything, right? That's
and we put the dog dish steelies on. Yes, I know, Dodge guys, that's not the right dog dish for the year. These came off of a 68, but for now they're an actual Plymouth cap, so they're going to work for now until we find the correct ones.
This
awesome
is a
driving car.
Yeah.
It's
a very original car, which is really cool. That's the coolest thing about it, really, is that it's...
And it's 4-speed, the red number pedals, and under the hood, it's very, very stout motor in this car.
Yep.
There's a lot of money spent there.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So if you don't want to pay up for our pink one in the front, and we have another one that we're going to show at the very last, which is another Duster, giving it away, but very, very nice one. This is just a nice driver.
Yeah, well, things always come in threes, so we'll get to that in a moment here.
Another one that we got back, I actually bought this car back, and 71 Cutlass. We put it through our shop. We never really had it that long, like the first time, so now we put it through our shop. We did complete new front end on the car, everything on the whole front end, with ball joints, like everything's new. And we actually did the brakes all around. And I was just mentioning to you, I don't think you even knew, we have a disc brake lathe, or not a disc brake, a drum brake lathe at the shop.
Yeah, this.
So we can turn drum brakes.
This guy has drums on it still.
Yeah, and I was in there, and I could hear that screechy noise, you know, and looked over, and they were turning the drums.
Cool.
So I'm not sure how many shops are left in Saskatoon that can turn drums, but we're one of them. So.
That's very cool. Yeah. In fact, I've noticed on my old Buick that it's probably tight. It's got four-wheel drum brakes, but they are the big finned aluminum things that ride on the front that a lot of hot rodders used back in the 60s, the 70s, to put on hot rods before disc brakes became popular.
Yeah.
They're big. They're aluminum, but they have a steel lining in them, and they're starting to maybe just kind of get a bit of a pulse to them, you know. When they get warmed up, they could use a turning.
We could probably help you out then.
Well, I think they're original, so they've never been touched. I always loved this, the sparkly orange steering wheel that goes along. The interior in this car is so cool.
I don't even know what you call that. Is it buckskin or?
Yeah, it must be. I mean, it's brown, so whatever. But it's a pretty cool.
Kind of goes with that.
It goes
because coppery orange.
Yeah, the sort of the brown and the orange together are the right combination. You know, this is another one where we have an orange Cutlass here, and we got another orange Cutlass convertible.
Yeah, different hue of orange, but yeah, they're both orange.
Camped out just over there. So it's again one of those things where you can take your pick. This is a cool car though. I think it's awesome. And it sits just right, and the wheels are great, and yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Totally. Okay, on to the last one here, right?
This is a pretty special car. When this just came in, we just got it in. I haven't even had time to actually go through and code everything that's on the fender tag, but I've done a little bit, and so far it's been all correct.
Cool.
And 1971 Plymouth Duster 340.
It is.
Personally, I think this is one of the coolest colors they ever made.
What is it called?
I believe this is tawny gold metallic.
It's a greeny gold.
Kind of an olivey gold, yeah.
Olivey gold, it's greeny gold, it's baby shit brown, it's whatever you want to call it.
GY9 is the code, but
it's a perfect color for this era of car.
I think so, and it goes well with the black striping. Notice how this has got the proper wing. Lots of people put the other wing on it. It's a little cheaper and a little more like available. This is the gull wing.
Okay.
This is the proper wing for this car. You don't see them quite as often because most people use the Go wing, which is the other one that you see with the more turn down.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
This is the Gull wing.
Cool. You know, that's the thing about, we were talking about this before, is the Mopar crowd. It's, you know, when we look at a lot of other stuff in the showroom here, you know, it doesn't really matter what's under the hood. You could change it. It doesn't necessarily affect the value. Sometimes it increases the value, right? LS swapped, whatever. But when it comes to Mopar stuff, you know, the closer it is to factory original, that's where the real big dollars are.
Well, you know
right?
why that is in a Mopar? Because you pop the hood, you got your fender tag, it tells you the whole story. You know every option for the car by that fender tag. Like for instance, on this from the VIN,
Yep.
you can't tell what the car was, really.
That's right.
You don't know
Not
if
all
there
the
was
information's there.
A big block, small block, you don't really know, right? Especially if it's from the US, you don't have any chance of getting the...
There's some Canadian documentation for certain years and things like that.
Yeah.
But if it was a car that came out of the States, the documentation was not kept up until
walking,
you know,
but walking
later
through
on.
like a car show, even from the VIN on this car, you can tell what motor that should have been in this car.
Right.
And if the hood is popped, which they normally are, you can look at the VIN or the fender tag and know if it was a factory bucket seat car. You can know if it had hood pins. You can know all this stuff by just looking at that. That's what makes these cars so special, because you can virtually
authenticate
by just looking at the fender tag.
Right, exactly. So, and you know, that's why this car is painted this color. We look at like the buckets. We got some parts in the back, so ignore that because the dog dish caps are going on yet.
The reason why the dog dish caps are going to say right now in the back seat, because we're going to put brand new tires on here.
Right, we got some.
These are just kind of rollers for now.
Michelin X-Ice tires, which are not required, but you know,
we're going to try and get the more like the raised letter.
Yep. Period correct tires.
Period correct kind of tires.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, like we look at this as a special order interior, right?
Yeah, with the buckets console.
And the console's
deluxe
there.
Interior.
Deluxe, that sort of thing. There is no tack. We've noticed that, which is interesting, but that's just the way it was ordered.
Same as the pink one.
Right, exactly. But really, really cool interior. And the paint, I can't even get over how nice this is.
I love, like out in the sun, this thing would just...
It's so metallic. Let me
yeah.
see if I can you can just sort of see it. It's almost as glittery as like a 70s speedboat. You know, it's bordering on that kind of glitter. You know what I mean?
And it's cool. It's like that.
The big flat. So this is a 1 year only color scheme, correct?
Well, I know for 70 this was not available with this blackout hood treatment.
Okay.
And there's different. You can have the blackout hood with the 340 wedge decal.
Yep.
Or you can just have the wedge decal. There's different codes for that. So we haven't got that deep into it to know if you know. But on the grill.
Oh yeah, we got it over here.
Grill. This is a special ordered shark tooth grill, 71 only.
So that was a special order to get that piece.
And that black that you see in there, that's part of the 71 shark tooth grill. But you could order. There's another special code that you can get that along with something else. I think it was maybe. Just the 340 then that would be all gray.
Oh, instead of the black in the middle,
all gray.
It would be gray.
So that's a different code again.
Wow.
There's so many variations, it's crazy.
Cool.
The other cool option this car has that you'll hardly ever see on an A body is that this one has factory powered disc brakes.
Look at that, you got the power there, and then you got the different sized master cylinders indicating one's for disc and one for drum. So that's really awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And before anybody starts screaming at us,
yep.
Yes, I know
there's two things under here, right?
Things.
Yeah.
One is the radiator.
Yep.
I know.
Yes, it's not a factory rad, and it does have headers on it. Yes. So there's some minor upgrades, which yes, they're not totally original, but we got to admit that that's going to do a really good job of cooling.
Yes.
And those are going to make it sound wickedly awesome.
And it does sound wickedly awesome.
So, you know.
Sounds really good.
Exactly. So there's a couple things that are.
And you could make it back to bone stock if you
could if you really wanted to.
Bolt-on stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it even would have had a chromed alternator.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've seen weirder things than a Dodge.
Okay, so maybe it did, but we don't know for sure. So, yeah. But it's still very, very close to original. It's very well done.
And we will decode. I got my little book.
Yep.
It's like I'm old school, right? So, and you got to have your readers on. That's pretty small.
Depends on your age, I guess.
Well, you can read that? You crazy?
Yes, I can read that.
Like from here.
Yeah, Challenger, molding, group.
Oh, you're terrible.
This is a wickedly cool car, and I can't wait to see till the final touches are put on, like the tires, the hubcaps.
Yeah.
It's gonna get every
All
last
the little
detail.
details.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and make it as correct as possible without going overboard.
Yeah, exactly.
If there's ever a term though, this car could almost be classified as over-restored.
Yeah.
We don't have the keys, and I wish we did. There's pictures online, but if you pop the trunk, it's like the paint in the trunk is just as nice. I don't know if they wet sanded and polished it, but it's just as nice in there than it is on the outside.
From the factory, it would have only had the gloss on the outside of the car, right? Like it wouldn't have been.
They would have painted
shiny,
the whole thing,
shiny.
everything. No, they would have painted everything.
Were they? Okay.
Like same as the engine bay, but it was just overdone. You could just tell it's overdone.
Yeah.
The underside of the car is also shiny paint.
Right.
So this is like an over-restored, but very nice, like very gorgeous, nice car.
Totally.
And 71 is one of the most sought after because of that shark tooth grille.
Yeah, no doubt. That really actually makes it stand out.
But 70 is cool because that's the only year to get Moulin Rouge.
Yeah,
Which is
Moulin
at
Rouge.
FM3.
Yeah, Panther Pink, whatever you want to call it.
So they each have their own characteristics that are kind of neat.
Totally. Okay, do we
That's
have
like totally
more?
rad. Is that like Valley Girls?
Totally.
Is that your era?
Valley Girls. What else is coming?
Oh yeah, new stuff. Well, the stuff we already have here, a 79 Ranchero GT.
Oh yeah.
That's in the house. It's kind of cool. Red and white. 68 Fury. This is Darby's favorite car. Fury 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because you said I was going to like that one too.
Well, you will.
I know.
And when we see it, then people will know why you'll like it. We got a returning. Remember that 81 C10? It was yellow. Just a gorgeous. The paint was probably just as nice as anything in this whole showroom.
Yep.
Gorgeous short box. It's coming back.
No way. Okay.
Yeah. With a new motor, stroker motor now, fuel injected. So it's even better than when we had it the first time.
Right on.
And I made a deal on something as you're walking in the door. We got a 1965 Nova SS coming in. It'll be here for next video.
This is a cool car.
You saw Shorty pictures.
Yeah.
And this is a real SS.
And it's mostly stock?
Mostly stockish, yeah.
Yeah, mostly stockish.
Except for a color change.
But you know,
A good color change.
A good color change.
We won't talk too much. But
Exactly.
It's a nice car.
But
And I never even told you about this one that we're hopefully going to be picking up at the same time in the same city. We got a 67 Mustang Fastback, kind of a resto mod, black, red interior with the right number of pedals.
Awesome. Okay, that
You don't
combination.
see that very often. A 67 Fastback with 4-speed.
No kidding. And black and red?
Black and red.
Just always goes down well.
Brand new restoration.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, if you saw something you liked in the video today, or you're looking for something else, go to rodshotrods.ca. Pictures, pricing, details, all on the website there. You're going to see everything you're looking for. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, follow along, because we'll bring you something new every week here on Hot Rod Hangout.